Okay, I'd like to get this nose out of the face first. That's the part that sticks out the farthest. I'm gonna have to move this over. And keep this there for a reference. You can compare it here. Stan's face has got that shape there. And this here is going to be his hat. I'm going to go all the way up there. Don't take any from the under there yet. Where his eyes are going to be. Always point your knife away, don't go straight in on these noses, because you wind up with a funny looking nose. Just make a little stop cut here. Carve into it. That comes out clean like that. Same with the cheeks, kind of go away. Don't go up or even straight in, because carving gets a little too square looking. Just make some room for this mouth here. Round this over. There's his neck. A little bit off of that corner there. V-tool comes in handy. Here, it's like a 1/4 inch V-tool. Help you bring that nose out a little bit. Leave the bottom of the nose, but just kind of shape it up into the eye. So, it's starting to shape up a little bit. Like I say, just keep that pattern there for reference. So, let's round this over to the center line you put on the side. On each side. The center line you put in the middle. Round these legs up a little bit. Can do a little plunge cut here also between the legs, and take out a little chip to start to separate them. Do a stop cut down the center. And like that. Start to get some legs. Shape the shoes. I like to work all the way around, all around the carving instead of concentrating on one little spot there. Then things have a tendency to get out of little cattywampus if you don't work around the whole thing. Especially if you start having difficulty with anyone trying to do something, just if you're up there on the face and you're having a little difficulty in figuring it out, just go down and carve on the shoe for a while, and that way you can think about it and you're still making progress. And kind of hard to mess up a shoe. So you're safe down there. All you want to do is just round those shoes off. And you can go around and just always, you take off these any sharp spots. And eventually you're going to start seeing Stan in here. See, I'll go round over this back also. I'm doing some of this carving off the camera. But you can see these shoes. You see his pants just go right over from. These shoes are a little bigger than he has there, so we can take a lot of that off. Like that. Let's just do it with a bead tool. Take those pants right back down to the heel. You can turn this. You got the shoe marked, so you can turn this V tool over the side and leave all of that there for the shoe, but bring these legs straight down and get rid of some of this excess wood here. And you know where your center line is, so don't just carve over to it. And leave that line there to as long as you can, because that's your reference. Got a center line and on the side and a center line in the front. So the same thing with the pants over here. And good sharp V tool comes in handy on all your carvings. It'll be all your carvings are going to need that. So a knife and a V tool is probably, I could do mostly all my carvings with a knife and a V tool. So this here, cut these shoes down a little bit. We could have cut more of that off when I had it on a bandsaw. You just keep whittling on this shoe and use this as a reference so it gets down to, you see most of this here. I'm gonna have to just dig down, bring the pants down to lengthen that leg a little bit. And over here too. So I'm going to go ahead and carve that off because I don't think I can do it, and so you can see it. But I'm going to just bring these pants down here, straight down here a little bit more. and take that hump off these shoes. This is actually the shoe right here. And right there. And then we'll bring these pants down a little bit more. Like that. So I'm going to do that off camera, and you go ahead and carve on it. Okay, on this face, I'm going to bring that nose out a little bit more. So I'm going to take it off the cheek. Take some off the cheek over here on each side. I cut that piece off there on the bandsaw because that's part of the hat, which is going to get rounded over here. Round over this part up here with it. It's going to wind up being the hat. You can continue that center line down there too, so that'll give you a something to look at. And this, everything's small on this carving. The nose is little. I was just going through my, I got a copy machine, so I make copies. When I get a magazine, I make copies of it. Anything that looks interesting to me, I'll make copies of it. Put them in my storage thing, a little storage envelope. Just take that corner off the nose very gently, though, not much at all, and always don't go down straight. Go over a little bit that way. And mostly this face is kind of flat looking. So the nose has to come out. A lot more of this cheek has to come off. On both sides. Like that, and give it a little bit more bend. Try to shape up a little bit here. Separate this head right there, both sides. Just use the speed tool, 1/4 inch V for that. Go around the back, all the way around. Clean up his chin here a little bit, but he's going to have a bow tie. You can see this bow tie, and he's going to be wearing a jacket. So you just round it over a little bit more, but don't take a lot off, just kind of round it over and get rid of any of these bandsaw marks. Just always keep like this thumb here on the carving and work it like that, kind of a little safety measure, and push with this thumb. I never carve with just one, like this. You throw it like this, it's just too, it needs stability. And I need some room for his hat for him. And this nose up here, because a lot of that's going to come off of there yet, but shape up these cheeks. He's got a little smile, so his smile lines are going to come away from the nose. They're not going to come straight down, they're going to kind of come out like that. You can take a little stab cut in the corner of this, of the nose, and that brings it out a little bit. Come over this side and take that smile line out a little bit. Chin, take some more of this chin out, and you can start to see that nose, and you can see, like here, needs to be rounded off a little bit, the cheek. Both sides. Starting to see a face there somewhat. I'm saying? The head's separated. You gotta get these shoes a little more. This, the tops of these shoes are end grain, because the grain says a little bit difficult to cut. So, gotta make sure sometimes you just gotta go stop your knife again when you get to cutting this end grain. I might stop a couple times or more for each carving, really. Anytime you feel any drag, just drop it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these shoes down. Just go in between these shoes with your V-tool and keep separating them as you go down. And this is a number 3. And you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of gouges or nothing, but this is a good sharp. It's a Denny, and swapped up nice. It'll save that end grain right off. Both shoes. Just keep going down with that, and I use V-tool here to get this hat. Can't really shape his head until I get the hat, because I want the hair to go up underneath the crown of the hat. So, get some kind of hat shape going here. And you got your center line up there to go by. Carve 2. I think that's called a bowler, this hat he wears. Both of them have like a bowler. So just keep round this over to your center line. Lean this out towards the top of the hat, because you don't want to cut your brim off. This is going to be your brim down here. That's got to come down pretty far. Keep turning it. Keep turning the carving as you're doing this. The way it winds up to be somewhat symmetrical. Lean it back out again. Okay. Need about a 1/4 inch or at least on that hat brim. Maybe a little more. You get the bottom of it. Cut that way. Don't cut straight in. Starting to get there. I'm going to carve on a little bit more off camera, keep this a little shorter, and you can continue on. So you can see how Stan's chin has a little valley there. I'm going to use this let's cut here. It gives him that little bit of shape. That's a handy tool to have. You can see how dirty the handle is. That's how many years I've had it and how much I've used it. So I use this tool a lot. You can tell the tools I use a lot more than others. By the way, always put your initials or something on your tools, especially if you go to classes where there's a lot of people there and they all have the same tools, so keeps track of your tools. Got a little chip out of the corner there of that nose. You can see his nose is kind of like straight on the bottom, and I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to be able to get this exactly like Floyd. But just use that. Just use this pattern as I go by. It's starting to get a little nose sticking out there. Get that little corner off. A little sharp corner there. Both sides. Get this mouth mound ready. He's got that chin that kind of droops down there. We can take a little out of there. On each side. Starting to look like Stan. Okay, so just separate those legs a little bit more. Still take this, take these shoes down, and I'll be back. I'm going to use a small gouge here for instead of a V-tool. V-tool is going to give you that real sharp cut, and then a gouge will give you a rounded cut. Go down this hat a little bit on the top. Anytime you can use a gouge instead of a V-tool, I think it's better, because V-tool makes kind of more of a permanent cut where it's not really adjustable anymore. With a rounded gouge you can work with it a little bit and push this knife like you're cutting meat or something. Don't try to cut straight into it. Kind of slide it like this. You'll get a better. You'll find it'll work better for you. And here, where you put the center line here, and this nose, bottom of the nose is right there. And the eyebrow is going to be up there. That's where your ear goes. right in there. And then there must be hair here. And same over this side. Through the bottom of the nose, my eyebrow. I don't know if you can see that with this pencil, but something like that right there. I had to make them somewhat similar. And the top of the ear, the hair goes up to there. So all that's got to be left on here. This is sideburns and under the ear there, sideburns. So what I like to do is go up here where the hair meets the hat, do a plunge cut. Do a plunge cut. Take that out. That's gonna. Then we'll go down here around the sideburns, and that's gonna show you where your what room you have for your face. I'll do the same thing over here. Just plunge it in there pretty deep. Bring that sideburn up. And you can know where your room for your face is. I want to see those sideburns, so I want to take out in front of it here. I'll use this little gouge here just to bring that ear out a little bit. Mark it there. On each side. And then you can come around the back and just kind of. The ear is not going to stick out way out or nothing. It's just once we paint it, you want to be able to see it. And the sideburn here, the front of it, and take this little sliver out from the ear there. That. Do that on both sides. And you don't have like a deep V cut there on that ear. More of a soft cut. This hair is going up underneath the crown of the hat. See where the crown is here in your brim. So you want to make it look like it's going up into that. The hat right like that. That's pretty close. So it's starting to get a little shape here. This is a hairline in the back. Starting to look like something. Just keep going around and just go around the whole carving and deepen those cuts. Don't make them any wider or nothing, just deepen them. And I'll be back and mark out those arms and all. I'll round this head around to your center line there on both sides, behind the ear. But I didn't separate this one here yet. Go down to the sideburn. Around it. Lean it away from the ear. Then you come back with a knife and shave off. Shave off that cut mark, both sides. Want that ear to go down under the, kind of go under the sideburn. Take a little bit off in front of it so you can see that. See how that sideburn sticks out now. And do the same over here. See how you're starting to get a face there. This mouth mound. So keep going around, take off any of these like sharp lines. Make sure there's no bandsaw marks left, like see the bandsaw marks right here. Just kind of shave them off, not making any deep cuts. Give those legs a little sweep like that in the back. I want to give a little on each side of the nose here. Use this shallow gouge here. That doesn't really have a number on it, but you need a little to make these eyes go in a little bit from the bridge of the nose. Something like that. And this cheek up. Take a little off of that cheek. Right there. On both sides. Gouge does it pretty neater. And as you can see where your eyes go there. Cut this back into the hat a little bit there. I'm probably just going to paint on the eyebrow, but you want the spot there for it, so. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in on doing this eye, and I'll draw them in there with a pencil first. Since I'm right-handed, I'll try to do this left eye first. And what I'll do is just go into that corner with a little plunge cut and take a chip out to get some little depth in there. I'll actually do that on both of them. And you start to see that eye right away, really. And you see what I mean. And then I'm going to go over to this side, do a little plunge cut like that, take that chip out. Just gotta be gentle. And then we'll do this side. Take those little chips out and you almost have your eye there. And just take a very light cut. See, these eyes will chip out on you if you get too rough with them. And just follow that line around. Just make a very thin cut. Then take that little sliver out. You got somewhat of an eye there. It's just the very tip of your knife is all. The very tip. And then I'll come down here. And do that plunge thing again right there. And that kind of brings that out. Down a little bit from the eye, keep away from it. And that's your lower eye sac, or whatever you want to call it. You can do it now with just the chip cuts. You can make it a diamond shape and just cut the little chips out of each corner where the diamond meets, and there's still many ways of doing eyes. This is just one of them, and it's probably not going to look like Stan's. Trying to keep this in focus for you, but you can do it. Now over here next to the nose, take a little wedge out of there too, and that'll give you, do that on both sides. That'll make that eye look a little bit more like an eye, and take out underneath of it just a sliver. Real careful around there. Just take very light cuts and control your knife with your other thumb here, because that's going to guide it the direction you want it to go. So okay, so we got our center line there. You take this bottom part of the cheek down a little bit. Kind of do a little scooping thing there. So it does a smooth cut. And you got Stan's little cheek sticking out there. Take a little bit of this off so you can see those sideburns better. Something like that. I better get out of there. It's coming along. These arms back here on each side come down. They're going to just be in this pocket. Then we just make a little cut out there. We'll cut this out and underneath of there, and you do the same. You can do this with a V-tool and just go around this arm. It's going to go down in this pocket. And just do the chip trick right there. Do a plunge and take it out. Same on this side. Just make a stop cut and carve down to it. And here in his pocket, say that's his pocket. I want his hand going down into the pocket. Like that. Right here at the end of the pocket, plunge cut, chip it out. Top. Makes it look like it's going down into his pocket. like that. The same over here. Put like a deep cut, stop cut, carve to it. Take the chip out here. Like that. Take a chip out here. Like that. And just kinda doesn't have to be a lot, just has to look like a, give you an impression of an arm there. So, still needs a mouth. He's got his ears. These arms. You can use a V-tool back here. Separate them from the back. Then just take some of that wood out and give them some depth. That's another place this tool here is good for. V-tool. Let's see that. Just clean this up a little bit here and round this off a little bit more, and we can start putting on his vest to his mouth. I'm gonna have to recharge this battery right now, so keep carving. Okay, if you made it this far, then you're doing pretty darn good. And just take your time. It's not like this is any kind of speed contest here. And I did go on. I do have all the video for finishing up his face and his sideburns and the ear and the hat and just the rest of it, the finished product here. He's wearing a jacket and also a vest underneath of it, and all those little details is what makes Floyd's carvings, you know, that's what makes them, because he puts in all those extra details. And this is downloadable, the pattern and probably the whole project, I think, from Wood Carving Illustrated magazine. So check with them or Fox Chapel Publishing. They might be able to send you a whole copy and a back copy. So hang in there. I'll be posting in the finished video very soon.